Harold Hansen here with Healing Free Dog School. Here are some ideas that are going to help you housebreak your dog. This is going to help you if you have a young puppy that you've just brought into your home, or if you have an older dog that has simply taken a lot longer to learn the skill than you'd like, or if you adopted an older dog and you're bringing the dog into your home. Here are some ideas that will help you out. The first one is feed your dog throughout the house. Many of us feed our dog in the kitchen. Our dog never goes in the kitchen, but they'll go in front of your television set in the family room. They'll go in the hallway. They'll go in the living room. They'll go in the corner in the dining room. So what you can do is start feeding the dog in all those different locations. After you feed the dog, what you can do is take the dish that you fed the dog with and leave the food scent on there and simply leave it in that location so there's a scent marker so that when your dog wanders in and thinks, well, I don't want to go in the kitchen because I eat there. There's the TV. I think I'll go in front of that. And your dog will go, oh, goodness, I eat here. So what you want to do is food scent the house, get the dog thinking the whole house is the kitchen, not just the kitchen anymore. You can also do this if you have problems with your dog going on your deck or perhaps your carport or an outdoor location like that. In that case, what you can do is you can take some dry food, put it in a blender, crush it up, and take some of the dry, dusty dog food and cast it about on the deck or the carport, and of course, feed your dog there occasionally. What you want your dog thinking is, oh, I eat here too, and I eat here too. The second tip that you're going to be learning today is to teach your dog some way to ask to go out. People will call up and say, my dog doesn't ask to go out. And I'll ask, what does your dog do? And they'll say, well, he goes to the door and he just stands there. And I think, well, he's trying. So what you can do is you can get yourself a bell of some kind. It could be you could buy these little metal cowbells. I wouldn't use a little tiny jingle bell that the dog could chew and perhaps swallow, but make it a little, or a dinner bell that you can ring. And what you can do is put that up by the door, and whenever you're going to take the dog out, take your dog's foot and have your dog bat the bell. You don't want to bat it, but you want your dog to bat it. And what your dog is going to learn is, I bat the bell, I go out. I bat the bell, I go out. I bat the bell, I go out. So what you're doing is you're teaching your dog a skill. You're teaching your dog a way of asking to go out. Not all dogs bark to ask to go out. The third thing that you can do is be careful about this trap. My last puppy, when I got her, and this was a long time ago, I've mostly had adult dogs come into my life, but my last puppy would start going, and I'd run over and I'd pick her up and I'd say no, and I'd take her outside and she'd empty out. And what I thought I was teaching her was, don't go in the house. And what she learned was, don't go when Harold is standing around. So when I'd hook her on the leash and go out and stand around with her, she'd go, oh, I wish he would leave so I could go, because I know he doesn't like me doing it when he's here. So fortunately, I figured this out, and what I ended up doing was I had a garage with a window on this side and this side, and I would take her out, walk her around to the back side of the garage, flip her leash over a fence post, and then what I could do is come back, look through the two windows, and see that she had emptied out. When she did, I came back and praised her. Had a funny thing happen. I was going to do a school demo in a gym with a couple hundred kids, and the last thing you want to do when you're doing a dog bite prevention demo at a school is to have your dog go in the middle of the gym. That would probably be the most memorable part of it for the kids if they saw that happening. So we headed off toward the school and stopped in a parking lot, and there really wasn't any place for me to hide. And so the other two dogs, they were fine, and they were all empty. And the other one was standing around looking, and I was thinking, oh, goodness, what am I going to do? So what I ended up doing was there was a tree there, and I took a long line, and I tied it to the tree, and I just hooked her onto that. And then I got the other two dogs, loaded them in the car. I got in the car, closed the door, slouched down in the driver's seat, and I angled the rearview mirror so that the dog wouldn't see me, but I could look and see through the rearview mirror. There was the dog and what she was doing. She looked around and thought, well, he's not here. I guess I can go. She went, we did the demo, and everything was fine. The fourth thing that you want to pay attention to and do is don't be a one-problem trainer. I'll have people call up and say, we have a dog and he's not housebroken and we don't care about the rest of that stuff. That's all we care about is having him housebroken. Well, that's pretty hard. If your dog does absolutely nothing, why would he be housebroken? So what you can do is teach your dog the things that don't seem to matter or have anything to do with housebreaking. Coming when you call, heeling, sitting, lying down. What you're doing there is you're building a foundation of skills so that your dog knows, here's what I'm supposed to do, here's what I'm not supposed to do. That way you can work on the other programs such as housebreaking, chewing, and digging. You can't say, well, I'm going to work on housebreaking here for 10 minutes. You can do that with sitting, you can do it with coming when you call, you can do it with heeling. But some of these activities that you want your dog to learn, you have to kind of go by nature. And so what you can do, again, is develop that foundation of teaching your dog, sit the first time I tell you, stay, come when I call, lie down, heel, don't pull me around. And by doing that, what you're doing, again, is you're laying a real good foundation, and that foundation is going to help you with your chewing, digging, barking, digging, those kinds of problems too. Harold Hansen here with Healing Free Dog School. Check our website. Check my website, healingfree, HEELING free.com. Thanks for watching.